So my name is Armando Medina. I've been programming for around 30 years. I've been to more than 30 hackathons this year. So I do hackathons, I do freelance, and I'm also ambassador for the RPC. So I will talk, we have a promotion right now. If you're building in one of these chains that I'm gonna show you, you can get like 6 months of free premium RPC. So if you're building a project in one of these chains, one of these, so if you're building in one of these, of course, you will recognize the logos. I don't remember them all, but that's your job, right? So you can get like, for 6 months, and you can join our program. It's until December 15th. So that's my Twitter, I think. If you want to follow me, I usually post some funny content and some pictures of the hackathons I go. I travel a lot. This year, I don't even remember how many, but probably more than 30. Less than 40. But
well, while Dimi gets up here, what is my question? The worst experience you had as a hacker at a hackathon? Like, what would you never want to see again in your experience of those 30 hackathons?
Worst experience, like if there is bad lightning, a lot of noise and uncomfortable chairs, that is terrible. So yeah, that I will say is the worst experience. Usually for me it's difficult to find food, so I know what to expect. So here we have a very good cook that's always pampering me with very, very nice food. But sometimes it happens that there's nothing for me to eat, but I'm used to it, so it's fine. Because I'm vegan, yeah, I'm vegan, I know. It's my fault, I know. What can I do? Yeah, that's perfect vegan food here. Okay, so we can...
And do you have any favorite drink while you do hackathons?
I guess a bunch of coffee and Coca-Cola.
Okay.
No, I cannot drink Red Bull. It gives me the worst heartburn ever.
Yeah, usually hackers do.
Yeah. Red Bull is terrible for me. I'm not even joking.
So they didn't pay.
No idea. Okay, I have some questions for you. So what initially drew you into participating to hackathons? Like, why do you do this?
For me, competitions are fun. And usually having to build something in such a limited time, it makes you progress like very fast. I mean, obviously, I started last year doing hackathons, and in the beginning I was very slow. I couldn't finish anything. But this year I started doing like not in big groups, like mostly solo hacking or with another person. And that makes you advance very, very quickly, everything, because you're forced to do it. I mean, you have to debug fast, you have to build fast, you have to plan very fast, everything.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, what are the key strengths that you think are needed to succeed in hackathons?
Don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. I mean, I've had some errors in hackathons that takes me like 5 hours, but it's like just keep going, and if you need help, ask for help. That's not a bad thing to do, because sometimes there are some bugs that the people that created the project or is maintaining it, they know how to solve it in 2 minutes, and it will take you 2 hours, so it doesn't make sense to waste 2 hours, so save your time, ask for help.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I participated as well in many hackathons. Sometimes, I don't know what do you think, but sometimes it happens to me that during hackathons, sometimes the presentation was more important than the actual code. Did it ever happen to you?
Yes, and I don't like when that happens. I mean, I understand that the whole project has to be consistent, but if a project has a working MVP and the presentation is not so good, it should be chosen on top of a good presentation that has no working MVP, in my opinion. I've seen it happen the other way around, and I'm like, this is terrible, because, okay, If you focus on just doing a presentation, it's going to be a great presentation, but it doesn't make sense. It's a hackathon, not a presentation competition. It's a coding competition. So in my opinion, it shouldn't be like that, but I've seen it happening a lot.
Yeah, and if you have to do like an estimate, like how many proof of concept then arrives to production level from an hackathon, and how many doesn't?
I will say that not too many, maybe 10% or even less.
Okay, yeah, let's continue. How do you approach learning new technical concept quickly during an hackathon?
I usually don't have time to research it beforehand, so whenever the hackathon starts, I'm just trying to test the templates, debugging, because it happens a lot that templates are broken, documentation is broken, links don't work. So if you are used to that, then you can do it quickly. Yeah.
So are you used to do all kinds of hackathons, even if you don't already know the technology?
I usually don't know the technology. Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good skill to...
No, but I like it. I love it because it forced me to learn something in a very short time. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be an expert, but it's a hackathon. I don't want to become an expert in 2 hours, but I can learn something new.
And how do you navigate working on multidisciplinary projects involving coding, design, and hardware sometimes?
I've done hardware with teammates. Usually, I'm not 100% into the hardware part. I'm usually doing everything else, but I like to learn about everything, so if I can help my teammate doing the hardware, I will try to do it as well.
And does it happen many times that you need to do also some hardware work during hackathons?
Not really. I mean, I've done only this year only one hackathon with hardware, I believe. So it's not that common. I mean, sometimes you use the passkey on your phone, but I wouldn't consider that adding hardware to the project. But yeah, one we did with a Flipper Zero and a Geiger detector, so that was very cool.
Cool. Yeah, I know Flipper Zero are very powerful and customizable.
Yeah. And it was failing a lot. It was giving us such nightmares, that Flipper Zero. I was going to break it and open it to see what it was failing. And it was just a configuration thing that it was turning off by itself or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, I never tried to develop something on it. So, what strategies do you use to stay motivated and focused during intense hackathon sessions?
Wanting to win. I mean, if you're participating, it's because you want to win. And even if the prize is not as good, only like winning for me, it's enough. Even whatever I win, it's good enough for me. Yeah, I like it.
What challenges have you encountered in hackathons, and how did you overcome to them?
Well, like I was telling you, broken documentation, broken templates. It's mainly just getting used to that things are not going to work. And like after you've done it several times, you get good at it, and that's it, just practice.
And how do you choose which hackathons to participate in? Do you have any framework?
No, not really. I've done almost everything in hackathons. And like even if it's a new technology, if you know Solidity and if you know Rust, everything is kind of derived of one of them. So it's basically the same. You just need to learn little details. So it's not that scary once you know these two main.
And what is the most exciting one?
Exciting. I don't know, having to do something new that I'd never done before. For example, the first time I did the zero knowledge, it was so complicated. The guys from, it was in CK Hack in Krakow, and I did study, I did a bootcamp with zero knowledge, but still, it's a very complicated topic. So in this hackathon, they were helping me a lot, and I was able to create a project, and I got some bounty.
Yeah, zero knowledge proof are really, really hard to understand, especially if you are not that into math.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you can learn something from a zero knowledge hackathon, yeah, I think it's very useful.
Yeah.
Also because the production application of it are very good.
Yep.
Okay, next question. What makes an hackathon project stand out and increase its chances of winning?
That is very complicated because it depends on the judges. I've seen bad projects win, bad in my opinion. I've seen very bad projects win that I don't understand why. I've seen it happen. And sometimes I've seen very good projects that haven't won. Not mine. I've seen like teammates that I'm like, I have friends that I know. It's like your project is very good and it didn't win anything. So I don't know really. Sometimes it's like if it's like a trending topic, you get more chances of winning, I guess.
And can you share an example of an inspiring hackathon project you have seen or participated in?
Inspiring. Okay, I have a project that I haven't developed yet that I created to track my cat's health. I have 6 cats. So I have security cameras in the room. So I created a project that will check the images and tell me how long. I mean, obviously I will need to add sensors, but how long are they drinking, eating, and pooping? And then I was able to create like a daily schedule of what they're doing. And with that information, you can actually create like alerts for health reasons. So that's a project I want to develop, and I did it in Singapore, and I didn't win anything that one. But that's one that I really liked, and I was very confident that I was going to win some, and nothing, 0. Yeah. Huh?
They not appreciate cats.
They didn't appreciate cats, yeah, exactly.
And what was the hackathon about?
It was Eat Global.
Eat Global?
Eat Global, yeah. No, I mean, I was using, I used Fala to send the queries through a TEE to add the privacy. I mean, obviously, you don't need blockchain for this, but if you want to add privacy to the project, then you can do it through blockchain and some TEEs with AI.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like a product that...
Yeah, I will develop it, I will, yeah.
Can you share, oh no, okay, I already said. What advice would you give to someone looking to get started in hackathons?
I will say just start. Like, if you're not confident enough, maybe join a team and try to get into knowing what the people are building, like how they do it, and get some experience, and then try to do it alone. And don't get discouraged if you don't win in the first ones. It's normal. It's not that easy to win in a hackathon. There's hundreds of people trying to win as well. So just that. Do it, learn, practice, and then you will win.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you very much.
I don't have any more questions.
I have.
Do you?
Was you participating only in Ethereum hackathons and will you participate in Atom hackathon this weekend?
Yeah, I already participated in Atom Hackathon in Dubai Hackmos in October. And I do, like I was saying, like I do all sorts of hackathons. I'm not a maxi. I will participate. I will. For me, it's learning. If you learn a new technology, you advance, you get better, and you can apply it in any blockchain. And for me, I think every blockchain has upsides that will help the other one. So it's not about, oh, there has to be only one. I don't like that. For me, it's better to have them all and just coexist.
And just to motivate developers that will watching us maybe in record, what is the minimum price that you won at Hackathon and what is the maximum price that you won? Or if you don't want to tell direct amount, what is the average prices? So for what developers need to understand, okay, if I will spend the time on it, I also will have something to eat and to pay for the internet, so how much is it?
Okay, I will give advice. If you have a tight amount of money, you can usually stay in venues, in hackathons, and they will provide food. So basically, you are paying only for transportation. And my smallest price, I think it was $25 in the first hackathon I did, because I wasn't good at Rust back then. So I did some tweets and I won like $25. So that was the minimum. And average, I will say that you can get, I don't know, around $2,000 per hackathon. Around.
And how much hackathons in a month?
That depends.
Repeat the question.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
No, me. Sorry.
Yeah. So if average it's 2,000 for one hackathon per month, how much hackathons you can visit per 1 month?
That depends. I did like 7 in Bangkok, but did not win in all of them. In October, I did like 7 as well. So depends. I mean, usually you can do 2, 3 per month. Some months 0, because some months are like dead, and January usually is 0, December not so many, but all the other months there are at least a couple of hackathons.
And can you do hackathons as a full-time job and live out of it?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I could. I don't want to, but I
Anyone
could.
or only you?
What?
Anyone can do it or only you?
No, I mean, if the thing is that people get discouraged when they don't win. I don't. I just try harder. That's what you have to do. And when I do hackathons, I'm very serious. I will stay overnight hacking if I have to. I don't mind. So, and like I'm saying, it's like keep trying until you succeed. That's the trick. And in life as well. If you give up easily, then you cannot do anything, basically.
And do you usually run hackathons only in specific regions of the world or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
I've done Canada, Asia, Europe this year. I haven't been to Latin America this year, though. I did rest of the world.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
In teams or solo?
Usually solo. Usually. Not all the time, but mostly solo. Any questions? No? Yes?
Round of applause.
Thank you.